Broadcasting from the Fence One Studios. Voted #1 contractor in North Alabama. 94.1 WHRP. Gurley, Huntsville, Decatur. A Cumulus media station.
Tony, yeah! Tony, in the morning. Tony, in the morning. Waking up your world. Tony, in the morning. Tony, in the morning.
94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP, Burning by Thames on today's Best Variety of R&B Tuesday, countdown to Valentine's Day. Rain in the forecast today and tomorrow, and they're saying we may have some really heavy rain by tomorrow. Yeah, we'll keep you abreast, as they say. Right. Oh, my goodness. So a lot going on, of course. People are still talking about Beyonce winning her Grammy and the Album of the Year. And, of course, the Cowboy Carter concert. And it was a light tour date schedule, but now they're saying maybe more cities are on board.
That was before Album of the Year.
Hello. Okay.
Alabama State University has a women's flag football team.
This is a game
first
changer.
HBCU.
Yeah.
Yes.
So who are they going to play?
I don't know yet.
Okay. All right. And you ever wonder, nobody knows who's going to win the big game, right? And so they have to print shirts and hats and hoodies and stuff saying that they are the Super Bowl winners, right?
Yeah.
Well, when you don't win, what do they do with all that merch?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
We're going to dig into it.
Tony, Popeyes has a new chicken flavor.
Here we go.
And they are literally popping bottles.
Really?
Inside Popeyes.
Yeah?
Popping bottles.
What?
With the bottle girls and everything.
Right. Look, we have given you a chance to win some really cool prizes. Of course, a chance to see, when a woman's fed up. Mm-hmm. And we want to get someone a little closer to the stage. I'm going to tell you how you can get in on that. Stick around. Tony in the morning, DJ Primetime 256, Tuesday on 94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP.
Later in the day, as the rain will slowly come into this part of the region, starting south of us. So be prepared. Don't leave without your umbrella.
L-I-A-A. Literally.
Yes, a raincoat, hat, or even boots. Don't go out with the little light shoes today.
Mm-hmm. Shoes with a little vent on there. Gonna have your feet all...
The little mesh and all that.
Gonna have your feet all wet and
I cannot stand wet socks.
Oh, my goodness. That's a pet peeve. I would change my socks.
I would just take them off and throw them away. I cannot stand wet socks.
Toes be pruned. Why your toes pruned inside your shoes?
Right. So, yeah. I'd rather have my blouse wet than my feet. I don't. I don't like wet feet unless I'm in the ocean or in the pool.
But not with the socks.
No.
When it's inside your shoe and your toes is wet, it just don't.
Now you may not have experienced this, or maybe you have. Having wet nylons. Oh my goodness.
I haven't had wet nylons.
No, you haven't had those. Okay. Well, let me tell you, it's just as bad.
Really?
Oh my goodness. If you have on nylons or, for my old schoolers, stockings, and that rain hits it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's you put nylons on. Most times they're a pantyhose, so you put them in. They pull all the way up like long johns, right? You've seen these things, right? You've seen these things, right? And then if they get wet on your legs, it's like you gotta, you gotta undress a few things. I can't stand that either. And you can try to wipe it off. Nah,
it ain't going. It's not going
It's still there. It's still wet. It's still wet.
You get stuck in the gaps in there.
Nope, it's a no for me.
It's a no.
I don't even know how we got to this conversation.
Me neither.
But say congratulations to everyone who participated in this year's Super Bowl, now viewed as the most watched Super Bowl ever. 126 million viewers were
crazy.
Tuning in for various reasons. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one to see who's going to win, of course. The other, all the great music that was a part of this.
Yes, it was great. Yeah, it was great.
Star-studded. Think about
it. From beginning to end.
That's what I mean.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Tom Cruise.
Samuel Jackson. Everybody.
Nobody knew about Sam.
That was
a surprise.
I'm still reading all the subliminal messages that were out there. Oh, my God.
What, Kendrick Lamar?
Yes. You're talking about a dope, really dope, and creative performance. If you have to talk about the performance the next day and you're dissecting the performance, that means the performance.
And a lot of people have a different take on it. Bottom line is he was just really expressing himself about current events, right, of life and historic events when it comes to the culture.
And then he's always putting a message out
culture.
There. Right?
Yeah.
Because I remember a few years ago, he did a performance and he had the chains on. Mm-hmm. So like he's always given these type of, they can't expect nothing
What
else
I like about it is he's targeting and reaching a younger generation. The older generation, well, I don't fit into that, but I got friends my age that are just kind of like stuck. Right? What is he saying? I'm like, shh. What is he? I don't understand.
Listen to the message.
Frustrating. Take a little bit of time, old people, instead of shrugging it off and find out what he's saying. Talk to the younger folks. Go read some of the posts. You'll get the information, and you might just feel a little prideful.
You might be prideful.
Tony in the Morning Show. Weekdays starting at 6 a.m. on 94.1 WHRP.
We looking black in the day.
Was that black?
We're looking back in the day.
Back.
Well,
back in the day on this date in 1958, it was Ruth Carroll Taylor who became the first African-American flight attendant in the United States, and she was a nurse and a journalist, but Miss Taylor didn't want to be a flight attendant forever. She just wanted to break the color barrier, and she did. Her first flight was on the Mohawk Airlines in upstate New York. That's back in the day. On this date back in the day, it was 1942 that Archie, the comic books, debut. Don't judge me, I still buy them. All right, Paula Abdul scores her first #1 song called Straight Up on this date in 1989. In 1990, Nelson Mandela was released from a South African jail after being incarcerated for nearly 27 years. And the upset of the century in 1990 was Buster Douglas, who defeated Mike Tyson for the boxing heavyweight championship. All right, celebrities celebrating birthdays and famous people too.
Hitmaker and actress Brandy celebrating her birthday today. She starred in the 1990s TV show Moesha. Brandy has timeless songs like I Want to Be Down, Sitting Up in My Room, and The Boy Is Mine. Kelly Rowland celebrating her birthday today. She's a part of the legendary Destiny's Child. She has her own successful solo ventures as well with songs like Motivation and Dilemma. We also have the Grammy Award-winning singer and musician with songs like Brown Sugar, Cruisin', Lady, Untitled, and more. D'Angelo celebrating his birthday. And Jennifer Aniston, her role as Rachel in Friends is cemented in entertainment history. She's currently on Apple TV's The Morning Show. And we have Khalid. Not Khalid. Khalid. He has songs like Location and Talk, as well as Isaiah Mustafa. He is the Old Spice guy. He is the guy.
Look at you.
On the horse.
Look back at me.
Look at you. Look at me. I'm on the horse. Find more celebrity birthdays on our Facebook page at 94.1 WHRP.
And today is National Make a Friend Day. It's a nice opportunity to have some good friends. So go ahead. Take the chance. Make a friend. That's Black in the Day, Back in the Day. Tony in the Morning on 94.1 WHRP.
Gentlemen, prom season's here and it's time to dress to impress. On Time Fashion's got you covered with their exclusive 15% off special on men's blazers, suits, tuxedos, and shoes. Whether you're going for that classic elegance or a modern twist, everything is in stock and ready for that big night. Come on to On Time Fashion. They'll help you step up your game and make a statement that won't be forgotten. Visit On Time Fashion today in Tuscaloosa or Huntsville and get ready to shine on that prom night. Don't forget to check out their website at ontimettown.com. Tell them DJ Primetime 256 sent you.
Today's best variety of R&B. 94.1 WHRP.
It is Friday.
It is Friday.
The 14th
Ooh,
You feeling the heat?
The pressure? I feel it a little bit.
Got a few ladies in your life, right?
Yeah. My baby girls and my girl.
And
my baby.
And the first girl, your mama.
My mom got her gift.
No. You are say I am your gift.
Yeah, right. Mama, I am. Mom, you heard what Tony said.
You're right. I'm gonna see you.
Tony said that I am your gift, so I know what you've been asking for. Tony said I am your gift, Mama.
So yeah. So that's the setup. That shows you how intelligent they are, ladies. You got to pre-program them. Fall for that if you want to.
We're trying to help y'all out. We're going to help y'all out.
Yeah, so Valentine's Day, an opportunity to express love, especially if you don't know how to do that year-round. Some people use it as an excuse to get it in. So you'd be surprised how many people have a challenge, don't know how to say those magical words, I love you.
Man.
It is so powerful when you do, right?
It is.
It's a game changer.
Tell somebody you love them today.
I'm telling you.
And then when you get your significant other a gift, don't just get it on Valentine's Day. Get it on another day throughout the year, too.
But don't do it on the 15th this time.
Not on the 15th. Especially don't do it on the 15th if you forgot the 14th.
Hello.
They not going to want you around.
Showing love year-round, here and there, and material things doesn't necessarily say and mean that I love you. You know,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what they can do, Tony? If they want to hire me to sing for them, I can. Yes,
because there's a lot of people that will be breaking up and shredding pictures and stuff.
I want you around.
Right, and that means no. If he comes and sings to you, that means it's a no.
They don't want you around.
We done.
Hey, you know what your girl said? She want me to tell you, to the left, to the left. I can sing that one. I sing that.
One of my favorite jams. All right, time for the good news in the neighborhood.
Good news in the neighborhood. Congratulations to A&M alum Marlon Sanders Jr. He just attended his second Super Bowl as a video assistant for the Eagles.
Yes.
This time, Mr. Sanders walks away with the W. Congratulations. Y'all know the motto. Start here, go anywhere. For this and other good news in the neighborhood, check out our Facebook page at 94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP. Click the purple button at WHRPFM.com and listen live.
Listen, I'm fed up on my electric bill. I couldn't believe it. I was talking to the sister while opening bills the other day, and I wish I wasn't on the phone. I opened the bill and I looked at it. I said, oh, I can't say that on radio.
What is going on?
Let's just say I used some extra alphabets when I had to write. I was like, what in the what? And I really had to pause. She's like, what's wrong, sister? I'm like, my electricity bill. And then I opened up my water bill and I was like, ooh, I ain't even took that many baths. Why? And I really had to think about it.
What's going on?
Because, you know, when we had the warm trend, it made us forget we had that cold spell.
Forgot completely about the
when
bills.
We were dripping those faucets nonstop for nearly a week.
Make sure the pipes don't freeze a bus.
And then it was so doggone cold, you had to keep the heat on all day long.
Yes,
I typically turn the heat down when I'm not home. Well, listen, my father worked for the electric company in growing up, and I came from the state of California. So we conserve energy a lot, everything. So, you know, we waste not, we conserve a lot, and so that's how I was taught. Turn the temperature down when you're not home. And at night, you know, 68 degrees. Yeah.
Well, Tony,
so the bill is high. The bill is high.
Unfortunately, if your bill is high, depending on who you are, it may get higher. So the grants were just revoked following an executive order from President Trump. What does this mean? So, you know, the community action partners of Huntsville, Limestone County, Madison County, they're always helping people out with their utilities.
Right.
Well, some Huntsville utility customers have unexpected debits that's been coming out because they're used to that grant taking care of that. Well, since President Trump signed that executive order, there's no more government funding to help out those customers that normally use that community action partner. So, crazy thing and the sad thing is that your utility bills generally link directly to your debit account. So you necessarily really don't have control of those funds going in and out. and they are taking it directly out. So if you normally receive those assistance, not anymore.
So the government assistant program for the utility
community action
companies
partners
here in the Tennessee Valley have been affected, which means a lot of people are going to either A, lose their electricity if they can't pay the bill. That's what's going to happen.
Right.
That is horrible.
And it is going up.
Oh, my goodness. That is horrible. So these are, again, federal programs that assist people who are challenged with financial needs. This is horrible. I'm always concerned about our elders.
That's what concerns me, is because so many people.
Not that I don't care about y'all, but because most of the elders are on fixed incomes after you've retired and you get to a certain status of age and everything, and you do sometimes depend on government assistance.
And then it was, like you said, just around the holidays, everybody's utilities are up. Some of these houses, the weather strippings aren't the best in them, so you have to keep your heat up. So, this affects so many people throughout the valley.
Man, look at you. You really bringing the news today.
94.1 WHRP.
Keep going. If you don't have a Valentine's Day playlist yet, I am telling you what we are giving you right now. You need to go ahead and Shazam it and make that WHRP playlist now. Because I'm telling you, late that night, y'all going to be like,
So, on Friday is Valentine's Day, and, we always have our Slow Jams love songs on Night Flight after dark from 8 until midnight. Oh, it's going to be real nice this Friday. Yeah.
Heard my OC Maddox voice.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at you. OC Maddox better watch his back.
I even laughed deep.
Oh, my goodness. Moments away from Black History Facts with O.C. Maddox Jr. coming up as we celebrate Black History Month. All right, so did you see where Google, the calendar, has removed the start of Black History Month?
Crazy.
Isn't it insane? So Google has decided, and they say they started this last year, no longer acknowledging the start of Black History Month, Pride Month, Women's History Month, and Indigenous Peoples Month. They've taken it off of their calendar.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of people use this search engine, to find things and to look up stuff.
I literally just re-downloaded my Google Calendar yesterday.
Did you?
I did.
But you don't see that on there.
Man.
Not only that, they're going to stop showing Jewish heritage, the Holocaust Remembrance Day, and Hispanic heritage. All of that. I don't. They not like us. Don't have a day. So
The words they use. A spokesman from Google said that the move was to tidy up the calendar.
How do you tidy up the calendar? Tidy up the calendar?
How do you do that?
That's some corporate jargon. What did you just say?
To tidy up the calendar.
There's other ways to search things on the internet. It doesn't have to be Google. I'd be curious to see, once people find out about this, how many times people start or how much people use it after that.
It's going to affect.
They've had all kind of different types of protests lately on people doing weird things, like the DEI stuff.
Yes. People, they're boycotting Target and Walmart.
Well, Target recanted. I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll put that back.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. See, somebody's, come on, Google. Come on, Google. Take notes.
It makes no sense. But then you just told us who you are. Google that.
Let's be honest. The Tennessee Valley isn't getting any smaller. People are moving here from the north, the south, the east, and the west. And if you're like me and you're looking for a new home, look no further than James Stallworth at Stallworth Real Estate. I'm currently looking for a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom home, and I love James Stallworth. Everything that his group has done for me so far, to the late phone calls, because sometimes we need it. Our regular work hours aren't everybody else's regular work hours. Let's just be honest. Our availability isn't the same as everybody else's availability. And if you're looking for a real estate agent that truly cares and that will work around your schedule and find you the home of your dreams, look no further than James Stallworth at Stallworth Real Estate. Stop by their office at 8840 Madison Boulevard, Suite 200D. Tell them DJ Primetime 256 sent you.
94.1 WHRP is celebrating Black History Month.
The art of resistance.
Here's O.C. Maddox Jr.
As we honor Black History Month, we must address recent developments affecting our nation's commitment to diversity and inclusion. The Department of Defense has initiated a 10-day pause on official social media activity, excluding posts related to U.S.-Mexico border operations. That pause, effective from January the 25th to February the 3rd, aims to realign communications with the current administration's priorities on readiness and warfighting. That action also raises concerns about the visibility of cultural observances such as Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Black History Month within our military institutions, of course. Historically, those observances have been pivotal in recognizing the contributions of Black Americans and promoting unity within the armed forces. A reduction of their prominence can also signal a shift away from those great values. Well, I think it's time for us to once again take a look at this as we begin this month by reaffirming our belief and our dedication to civil rights and equality. How about you? Let's continue to establish inclusive partnerships. Number 2, develop a unified agenda. And number 3, engage in continuous dialogue. If we do that, we maintain open communication channels to build trust and address emerging challenges. Regular dialogue also strengthens understanding and will enrich the coalition's resilience. Listen, everyone, we can do this. Just a simple step. And we will continue to share more information here on Black History Facts. I'm O.C. Maddox Jr. Remember this, my friend. You and I were born and presently live in a constitutional federal republic. That also means that we have others who basically voted for their representatives to represent them, which is why I also personally stress to everyone, listen, we need to stop participating in fan-based voting practices. That practice alone will continue to create political chaos in this nation and upon every citizen. Let's add this as a thrust for Black History Month. So until next time, stay informed, stay inspired, and keep on making history.
Happy Black History Month from 94.1 WHRP. Black history is your history worldwide, and we're celebrating all month long on 94.1 WHRP.
Broadcasting from the Fence One Studios, voted #1 contractor in North Alabama. 94.1 WHRP, Gurley, Huntsville, Decatur, a Cumulus media station.
Tony, yeah! Tony in the morning. Tony in the morning.
94.1 WHRP.
Today's best variety of R&B, 94.1 WHRP. Tony in the morning. It's Tuesday. That means we get to tap in with our friends at Rucker Legal Solutions and say good morning to Kimberly and Casey Rucker. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Another round of Is It Legal? And we've had this series for the last couple of weeks talking about the many courts here in the state of Alabama as well as Madison County. That said, today, what are we going to get into?
Well, today we're going to get into courts of appeal. So we have 2 different levels of appellate courts here in Alabama, and people get confused about what the courts of appeal are and what they do and how they hear cases. So we want to make sure that we, give folks that information. Importantly, courts of appeal do not retry cases. So they don't take in generally they don't take in new evidence or hear from witnesses or anything like that. An appeal must be based on an error that is made by the trial judge. The appellate court judges are just like the trial judges in that they are elected in the state of Alabama. They are really important because there's case law that comes out of the appeals court that is binding to the trial courts. And so that's why these judges are really, really important. Some examples of things that you can go up on appeal would be someone could allege that the judge in their trial allowed evidence that should not have been allowed, or they gave an instruction to the jury about the law that was incorrect or improper. So these are some of the issues that you generally will hear on an appeal.
When you're standing before a judge, should you have a lawyer with you? Or is this something that you can handle on your own in an appeal court?
I would say absolutely do not go file an appeal and do it on your own. The requirements for the information that you have to put before the appellate court in order to make your appeal are even more difficult than what you have to make at the district or circuit court levels. You know, the trial court is taking in all the evidence of your case. The appellate court is not, and you need to be very streamlined in how you present information to the appellate court in order to make a successful appeal. So get a lawyer and go to the Court of Appeals.
Talking to Rucker Legal Solution, and of course we are focusing on the many different courts here that we may face one day with a judge. That said, when it comes to the appeal court, how do you get to an appeal court? I know Casey just said it's something that the judge might have made a mistake within a trial, or can it be different types of evidence that they may have flubbed on?
So in Alabama, we have two different types of appellate courts before you get to the Supreme Court. We have the Court of Criminal Appeals and the Court of Civil Appeals. So in the Court of Criminal Appeals, if you're convicted of a felony and believe that there was some error in your trial, you can appeal to the Court of Criminal Appeals. You have 42 days to file your appeal, and that time starts on the date of sentencing or on the denial of a post-trial motion, whichever is later. Issues that are heard by this court specifically are things like insufficient evidence to convict, if the prosecutor failed to turn over critical evidence, or if there was an improper jury instruction given, or ineffective assistance of counsel. We hear this one a lot on TV, that, my lawyer didn't do the best job they could have done. And essentially, they're arguing ineffective assistance of counsel in that situation. So those are the things that can get you in before the Criminal Court of Appeals.
We're talking with Casey and Kimberly Rucker of Rucker Legal Solutions, and we're talking about courts of appeal. How many times can you appeal, and how far does it go up? Does it go up to a different level every time, circuit, criminal, civil? So
it depends on what your case is. Generally, if you have a civil appeal or family case, that would go up to the Court of Civil Appeals. Similarly to the Court of Criminal Appeals, you get 42 days from the end of from the final judgment in your civil case, or in juvenile cases, it's only 14 days, and they hear appeals for civil lawsuits, divorces, juvenile cases, those sorts of things. But when you go to the Court of Civil Appeals, some of the issues that you're allowed to appeal are different. So it would be, improper jury instructions. That's pretty common between the two. The weight of the evidence doesn't support the crime. You don't get, or the outcome, not the crime. In the criminal appeals court, you get to argue ineffective assistance of counsel. You don't get to argue that in the civil appeal court. And so it's one of those, that's the first level of appeal. And then the last level of appeal for the state is the Alabama Supreme Court. And so Alabama Supreme Court justices are elected as well, and they hear appeals from both of the courts of appeals. So the courts of civil appeal and the Court of Criminal Appeal.
Ooh-wee. It sounds scary.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it legal with Kimberly and Casey Rucker from Rucker Legal Solutions? What is the real takeaway from this conversation?
So just to kind of round this off, in the other two courts of appeal, the civil and criminal, you can bring an appeal as a matter of right. When it comes to the Alabama Supreme Court, you don't have a right to an appeal. to the Supreme Court, you must apply, ask the court if they will hear your appeal, and they must agree to hear your appeal. And Supreme Court decisions are usually the end of the road for a case, except in very limited circumstances like a death penalty case. And again, the Supreme Court is not a trial court and only reviews for procedural errors made in a trial or lower appellate court. So, if we could summarize this, you can get the most evidence in at the trial court level. Your ability to get information in shrinks at the appellate court level and shrinks some more at the Alabama Supreme Court level. One of the things that we like to emphasize to clients is that it is important to make sure that if you're trying it yourself, that you or your attorney get all the information that you may need on appeal in during the trial court stage.
Well, if anybody knows how to navigate through it all, it would be Rucker Legal Solution. What's the best way to contact you?
That's right. You can reach us at area code 256-665-9990. I'm extension 0 and KC is extension 1.
Or you can go to our website at www.ruckerlegalsolutions.com.
This program contains general legal discussion not intended to address any specific legal issue. If you have a specific legal issue, please contact an attorney. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
What's your sign? Horoscope. Is this your birth month? Here's astrologer Kim Allen with your daily forecast.
Happy Tuesday. Be prepared for surprise. The planet Uranus unexpectedly can change your schedule or turn your plans upside down. Embrace an attitude of flexibility to make it through the twists and the turns. Consider scheduling important matters for another day. Things might go better. I'm astrologer Kim Allen. Contact me at kimallen.com.
Got everybody stopping in their tracks on that one. Right. That is 803 Fresh and Boots on the Ground, honey. Got that trail riding song going on.
Trail ride music right there.
Make you not want to go to work, make you want to go to a party in the backyard.
You got a pair of boots, Tony?
Of course.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It got me a nice pair of boots.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I had a pair of Jordans, and then I bought a pair of boots. And the difference between the two is the boots that I bought came with a 3-year warranty.
Are they cowboy boots?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I get her done.
It's probably one of the best boots you could buy ever in life is a cowboy boot. They're long-lasting.
Comfortable.
They're very comfortable.
Yes.
Get you a pair of cowboy boots and a pair of ropers. You ready to work?
Tony, you better tell the people what's going on.
I mean, those shoes and those boots, they just last forever. I've had shoes and boots from all over the world. Mm-hmm. They gone. Those boots right there, they still there. Mm-hmm. They still there.
You can trail ride in them. You can go to the club in them. You can ride a horse in them.
Man, look at here. You can even crip walk in them. What?
Unless you're Serena Williams, then they're going to get on you.
So Serena, which I'm curious if the blue Converse are going to sell out after Sunday night performance.
They should.
And I haven't bought the high top Converse in a long time. Kind of like the low ones. But,
I got the low top blue ones.
Yeah. But anyway, so now there's conversation because that was another surprise. She's from Compton. She's a homie.
She is.
And she did date Drake at one time.
She did.
So, the diss song, Not Like Us, was playing and she came out and did her thing.
Yeah.
The street lights were all still on.
They still on. She was banging with him.
Right. So people are, analyzing that. Was she doing it like a diss to Drake, or was she doing it as the homie from Compton? This is what we do.
Right. So for me, I think she was doing it all the above, but also we have to add the fact that she did it at Wimbledon as well, and everybody hated on her for doing it.
Yeah, that's home.
Right.
I mean, that's what we do.
To me, it was a flashback of her playing as a kid under the street light, having a great time, celebrating, just doing what she knows to do from the house. This is where I'm from. This is what we do.
This is what we do.
Yeah. And did you see what Stephen A. said? He's such a hater. He's not even married, is he?
I don't think he's married. I never seen his girlfriend if he has one. But nonetheless, I saw what he said. talking about he would divorce her, and if that was his wife because she was doing a diss to her ex-boyfriend, and if you so still involved and connected, you can go back to him. And it's like, you're the kind of guy that makes it very difficult to date people because you're so toxic. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, no, we're not doing that. So yeah, he had something to say. He's like, what you worried about him for? Bye. It's like, it wasn't that deep.
It wasn't that deep. And
you think she hadn't talked to her billionaire husband?
That's the thing.
I guess I didn't need to put the money in there.
You don't think he was there? you don't think he really understood the cause?
I saw her daughter like braiding her hair a little bit, like having a moment with her mommy before she went out to perform. So you think her husband wasn't there? You think they hadn't already discussed it?
Come on.
You think she gonna jeopardize her marriage
for a halftime show?
Man, get out of here, Stephen A.
Come on, man.
Be more worried about your receding hairline.
Do you want the people's champ of fencing? Look no further than Fence One. Voted #1 fence contractor in North Alabama. They're the fence fanatics who handle everything from wood privacy fences to chain link, split rail, and even vinyl. Why? Because who doesn't love options? And don't worry about breaking the bank. They've got financing from 3 months to 8 years or 18 months at 0% interest. Yeah, they're fancy like that. So whether it's building, repairing, staining, or storing, Fence One guarantees the best prices and best quality. Don't believe them? Call for a free estimate at 256-735-3975. Visit fence1.net or email jordan.fence1@gmail.com.
Plus, Monday is Obama Day.
Come on now.
President Obama Day.
Forever President Obama Day.
Yes, for those who will be celebrating. And wasn't part of the executive orders to do away with President's Day, so that's still intact.
Can't get rid of it.
And if you're lucky enough, you have that day off. And to extend your Valentine's Day weekend. Yeah.
I'm going to extend mine.
So people will be all over social media doing their little love heart things and stuff like that. And proposals will be happening. Some pictures will be ripped up and
and deleted.
Yeah. You ever see a photo with a few people and then that one person's missing now all of a sudden? They've cut the face out. Yeah.
Well, now you can post a picture online and say, can you remove this person out of it?
Really?
And they'll remove the entire person out of it. Look like nobody was there.
Like they were never there.
Like they were never there.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my.
Junior ain't here no more.
Yeah, who was that? Ain't gonna ruin my good picture on vacation
with you. I saw that picture
before.
Wasn't that the one where it mess up your mind? You think you saw that person there.
Right.
You're right.
Deja vu.
Well, the internet is getting a little challenging for some people, especially the youth. You know, there's been bullying on the internet.
Online bullying.
And then you have them being exposed to things that you don't want them exposed to on the internet. And so there's been a big conversation on whether or not children under the age of 13 should be on the internet.
And Alabama is trying to do something about it. They're looking at putting a act together. It's titled Kids Off Social Media Act.
Wow.
And this bill would ban any child 13 years or under from being on social media.
Is that right?
At all.
Okay.
And if you're 17 years or younger, what it does is it stops the algorithm from pushing you negativity.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's good.
Because it's cut down on the bullying.
Yeah, it's cutting down on the bullying. And also, I think it's trying to get the kids outside more, just to do more outside.
There's things to do outside.
Yeah, there's grass. You don't even know if you're allergic to grass anymore if you ain't rolled around in it. You know,
right? It is a lot more fun outside. That's just from my experience as a child that I recall. Didn't have internet when I was coming up.
Yeah,
so didn't know if well, eventually we got Pong. Bing,
boom, boom, yeah. Yeah. We used to play marbles outside.
Then we got Atari, but I was a little older at that time. But nonetheless, marbles. Right. Yeah, but it's still a fun game.
It is.
Pick up sticks.
Come on, Tony. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to date myself. A barrel of monkeys? Oh! Hey now, it's your best girlfriend, Tony Terrell, and I want you to know we have many ways for you to stay connected to 94.1 WHRP.
I'm DJ Primetime 256, and let me tell you, it is so lit to have the WHRP app on your phone. Now you can take us everywhere everywhere you go. Plus, listen online at WHRPFM.com. Just click the purple Listen Live button. And Tony, don't forget, we also have our podcast on the web, so you never have to miss Tony in the morning.
Oh, you know I like that at WHRPFM.com.
Lowe's knows what you need to keep your home safe when severe weather strikes. And during the Alabama Severe Weather Preparedness Sales Tax Holiday, you can shop select storm prep products without paying state sales and use tax. Prepare your home for severe weather with generators, batteries, plywood, safety gear, and more. Visit your local Lowe's February 21st through 23rd and start saving. Lowe's, they'll help you save. Valid 2/6 through 2/19. Selections vary by location while supplies last. Discounts taken at the time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
94.1 WHRP. It is SOS Sex on Site. Victoria Monet and Usher together collabing on 94.1 WHRP. Tony in the morning, DJ Primetime 256. And there are some rumors that, people really, they just keep an eye on everything Beyonce. Everything that's going on with the Carters. They can't go anywhere without someone speculating, making up stories. So, the other day, big game, of course, Jay-Z shows up. And I thought that he was going to come to the game and probably bring Blue Ivy. If you notice over the years, he's a sports fan. He takes her to basketball games and stuff. So we're kind of used to seeing those two together at the sporting events. Well, this time he shows up not only with Blue Ivy, but Rumi as well, the baby girl. Hadn't seen her out in a minute. Right. Didn't even know she had grown up that big. Already. What are they feeding these kids? But, she has a twin brother, Sir, and he wasn't in attendance. So people were like, why is it that we see Rumi, and we have with Beyonce, but we don't see Sir?
We don't see Sir.
What's going on with Sir?
Because Sir's chilling. He getting ready for his music career.
Sir might be in the studio. And you know what? Sometimes kids... He might be a grandma kid. Like, I want to stay with my grandma. I don't want to go with you all because, he might be getting pampered and loved on and they don't even know it. Because I used to like to stay with my grandma.
Yeah. When you want to know Sir chilling with Granny.
Right.
He's chilling with Granny.
But they're speculating and making up stuff already. So, Sir, you're going to have to come on out before they start stirring up some rumors. We don't want to talk about people's kids.
Yeah. But, the internet will.
Yeah, that part.
If you have an iPhone 8 or later, only my iPhone user, if you got an Android, this ain't for you. It ain't for you at all.
Whatever.
If you have an iPhone 8 or later, do you know that little Apple button on the back, or not even a button, the Apple logo on the back of the phone? It's a button.
Oh, really?
It is a button.
And it
has
does it do?
It's a tap button. So it has 8 different features that it can do. It can cut your camera light on, or your flashlight on. It can turn your front-facing or your rear-facing camera on with a simple double tap.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
So how does it work when you have a protective cover on it? You don't see the Apple then. What happened? Hello?
We just
Androiders want to know.
Tony got an Android.
94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP. Tony in the morning. I'm DJ Primetime 256. Don't forget the 256. And now it's time for your motivation and inspiration.
With hope in your heart, great things can happen. Just got to keep hope alive. Hello. All right. That's your motivation and inspiration. 94.1 WHRP.